set up a socially responsible business. First instance that was a vegetarian restaurant. Then we started a volunteer agency and a tourism agency. From the contacts we had with those organizations, with local organizations that work with deprived teenagers, we started Fairmail. Yeah, as I said, me and my wife, we had a vegetarian restaurant. In our spare time we did voluntary work on the garbage belt, where we did all kinds of typical volunteer work like sports workshop, theater, homework guidance. There was a certain, my wife Janneke, she thought, okay, maybe I should just try and give a photography workshop. She's a sociologist herself, not a professional photographer. She had one early digital camera and she just went to the garbage belt and started giving photography lessons. And from that on, with that idea, she wrote a business plan and she participated in a competition. She won the first prize, and with 12,000 euros she bought more cameras, computers, printed cards, and that's how it slowly started growing.
Mi nombre es José Luis, tengo 14 años. Me gusta estar en Fairmail porque me brinda mucho apoyo económico. También porque me gusta tomar fotografías de animales y de la naturaleza.
Ya, me llamo Clever, tengo 14 años y estoy en Fairmail 2 años, voy a estar ya.
Tengo 14 años y llevo en Fairmail casi 1 año y medio y me gustaría ser contadora y chef.
Mi nombre es Yomira, tengo 15 años, estoy en Fairmail casi 3 años.
Hola, me llamo Silvia, tengo 21 años, estudié para guía de turismo por 3 años y hacemos en Fairmail un montón de viajes y les va a gustar un montón.
Hola, mi nombre es Juan Carlos, tengo 18 años y me gusta surfear y me encantaría tener un buen restaurante, bien grande.
Hola, mi nombre es Julie, tengo 17 años y ahora me estoy preparando para postular a la Universidad Nacional Trujillo a la carrera de idiomas y ya yo espero que ingresar y estudiar eso porque me encanta.
Hola, me llamo María Flor, tengo 20 años, mi sueño es estoy estudiando Ciencias de la Comunicación, paso segundo ciclo y mi sueño es ser una de las mejores periodistas y fotógrafos del mundo.
Hola, mi nombre es Betty, tengo 18 años, ya mi sueño es ser una gran profesional de contabilidad y ser una gran fotógrafa.
Hola, soy Elmer, soy ex fotógrafo de Fairmail y me gustaría estudiar para Ciencias de la Comunicación y ser un fotógrafo de vídeo.
Hola, mi nombre es Patricia, tengo 18 años. Bueno, lo que es mi sueño es tener un restaurante y ofrecer lo que es servicios de eventos, organización de eventos.
Well, the photography trips started when we had some volunteers, long-term volunteers working for Fairmail, 8 weeks, and with them we went on a trip with the first group of teenagers to the mountains and to take pictures of something different than only Trujillo, where they normally live. And after returning from the trip, these volunteers who had been traveling through South America for only 6 months said to us, like, wow, this was the best experience we had in our 6 months travel. So then we thought, wow, if people really like it so much to travel with locals, to meet off the beaten track places and take pictures together with these teenagers, if they like it so much, then maybe we can organize this more frequently. Because basically what the goal of the trip for ourselves is that the teenagers have the opportunity to travel to another place of the country which they don't know because their parents don't have money to go on a holiday with them. At the same time, for them it's an opportunity to take new pictures of different places than where they live. It's always more inspiring when you go to a new place and you see different cultures. And that way, with working with tourists and who have like different perspective on beauty and what's interesting, we hope that the teenagers can take pictures that are more adapted to the Western taste of photography and postcards. So yeah, if people are interested to travel with Fairmail and have this experience of taking pictures with local teenagers, yeah, basically there are 3 contributions that you will provide. One is that by taking pictures together with these teenagers, you are sharing your perspective on local beauty, which enriches them, the teenagers, to learn what Westerners think is beautiful of Peru and will probably buy postcards of. Secondly, what you will be contributing is basically you will be bringing the world to the teenagers. They don't have the opportunity to travel all around the world like you maybe, but by having people from other countries come, they learn different perspectives, different cultures, what kind of jobs people have, so that is very enriching for them. And thirdly, there's also a monetary contribution, because by paying for your own trip, at the same time you're paying for the trip of one teenager, which allows them to make this travel. Yeah, traveling with Fairmail is definitely a unique way of traveling, and it's definitely not fit for everyone. They're quite adventurous trips, going to off the beaten track places, which means quite primitive infrastructure, so you definitely have to be adventurous, you have to be open-minded, you have to be flexible. That's very important. The other thing is, of course, that you're interested in Fairmail and that you're interested in photography, because we take a lot of time taking pictures instead of running around from one tourist hotspot to the next. So that's very important. The third is that you have to like it to work with teenagers. You're not traveling with adults but with teenagers, so that's definitely a different dynamic. They're great teenagers, very loving, very energetic, so that's really fun. But you have to like that. And lastly, what's also very important is that you're an outgoing person, especially if you don't speak the local language, if it is Spanish in Peru or French in Morocco or Hindi in India. If you don't speak the language, you can still have fun, but it's important that you are able to communicate and express in other ways. So be an outgoing person, laugh a lot, try and talk a lot, try and be funny, and yeah, you'll have a great time with these teenagers.